Today we are looking at the Roberts Rambler Max and the Roberts Rambler Midi. They also do the Uno and the Classic, but I don't have them in stock. However, I will mention them a little bit later on, as they are all part of the same Rambler range. So from this video, I hope you get an understanding of what each radio can do and which one would best suit your needs. I'll also mention the prices and provide links in the description of this video. And if you like content like this and you're not already, I really would appreciate if you subscribe to this channel and even give it a thumbs up. So let's get started. So if we have a look at the actual design of these radios, they have bamboo on both sides, and then it's covered with either leather or most likely leatherette material with the classic Roberts logo. The grills at the front are brushed aluminium. They are cold to the touch. The Roberts style, of course, is very iconic, and these look great on anyone's bedside cabinet. So it's got your lovely little carry handle just there. Have a look at the back. You've got your extendable antenna. You have your USB, your main socket, and a 3.5mm jack for your headphones. This is the Rambler Midi. And if we pull down here, you can see you can put some batteries in there, and it will take 4 AA's. Just to mention about the Midis, I didn't realise the batteries have 2 options. So if you slide it to the right, it says alkaline, so you can just use normal AA batteries. And then you have that little switch, you turn it to the left, and it's for the rechargeable batteries. So you can plug them in and actually charge them up. And it does say in the instructions, if you're not using rechargeable batteries, just make sure it's selected on the right-hand side. So if we have a look at the front, and you can see the dial, listen really carefully. If I put it near my microphone, can you hear that really satisfying click? That's the extra detail that you get from a Roberts radio. You can then see that we've got 9 buttons just down here. I'll talk through those in a moment. The design on the Max is very similar. So we've got your bamboo, you've got your leatherette, your badge, your carry handle. Underneath, very similar to the Midi, you've got your USB, your mains, your 3.5 for your headphones, and then the extra one there is your auxiliary line input. You pull this down, you'll notice there's nowhere to actually put batteries, but you can buy a power pack that will fit in there, and I believe once charged, it will last around 7 hours. I'll also link that in the description of this video. On the top of the Max, you can see the style is the same. You can hear the dials clicking round very satisfyingly. So this one is your on and off and your volume, and then this side will be the tuning and navigation. You've got your 5 preset buttons just there. We have 5 more buttons down here, which we'll go into once we get it turned on. So you may be wondering what colours they come in. Well, the Midi comes in navy blue, duck egg, and pastel cream. The Rambler Uno also comes in those 3 colours. So the Max comes in the duck egg, and it also comes in navy blue. I don't have one in stock, but that is the colour in there. It doesn't come in the cream colour, and this is the same with the Classic. It only comes in the 2 colours, duck egg and the navy. So all 4 of the radios in the Rambler range, so the Uno, the Midi, the Max and the Classic have FM. They have FM RDS, so where it will display on the LCD screen information about the channel, so maybe it will say Radio 1 and it will say who's playing. They're DAB and DAB+, and they also have Bluetooth built in. The Midi and the Uno are the ones that have built-in battery power, and the Max and the Classic have the optional power pack. The Max has even more. It's an internet-powered radio, and it also has Spotify and Deezer built in. Both of these 2 radios come with the power supply, and a really random thing I've noticed, this one, which is from the Max, if that focuses, has a material-based power cable, where this one's your normal plastic one. Makes no difference, but this one does feel much more premium. So I've just plugged the Midi in, and you can see as soon as it comes up, it will start tuning in to a channel. So I haven't pressed any buttons yet, just plugged it into the power, and we've got BBC cams playing. And you can see it's easy to turn the volume up and down with the dial along the top. If I tap it, that will turn it off. Tap it again, that will turn it back on. If I quickly go through the buttons on the top, so the one right at the top on the left is your mode button. So what it does, if I press it, you can see it goes to FM, Bluetooth, DAB. The button next to that with the lines on it is your info button. So if we have a look at the front, you'll see it will flick through all the notifications that is on for that channel. The one with the bell is the alarm button. So if we press that, you can see we can select 2 alarms. The love heart is your favourites, so you can select your favourites by pressing that. And then the 3 at the bottom are just to select left and right. So say we're on this channel right now, so BBC Cams, I can press across, it'll go capital, gold, greatest hits, hearts. When you select it, you press the middle button. I've been listening to this for a little while now and it does have really good sound. I can't actually play it through here because it'll get flagged that I'm playing somebody else's music and I don't have the rights to do that. The bass on this is really, really impressive. So I've got your main speaker here, but the bass port is out the back and it is very bassy. And it doesn't rattle about when it's on the actual cabinet because it's got some really nice cushioned feet. So now let's look at the max. So if I plug it in, you know, so it's turning on straight away. It's got a nice screen, it says Radio Rambler Max. And then we can go through the full setup. Now it is worth noting you can download an app on your phone. Now the app is called Octave or Octave. And if you download that on Apple or Android, you can do all the setup straight from your mobile device rather than doing it on here. For purposes of this video, I'm just going to quickly do it on the radio. So I'm going to select English. It's got a privacy notice, setup wizard, start now. You can do 12 or 24-hour clock. It has auto update, update from DAB, update from FM, update from network, or no update. So I'll do update from network because that'll be the best way of updating any software. It then asks you to set a time zone. I could show you this, couldn't I? Sets you to do a time zone. So obviously I'm doing London. It's then got daylight savings. So we'll turn that on. Network connection, keep network connected. So yes, you want to do that. So then I'm assuming it's going to have to scan for my network, which you should find my access point is directly above my head. So this is definitely a radio that you would want to get if you are going to connect it to the internet. If you wasn't going to connect it to the internet, maybe go for one of the other 3 instead. So I found my network, it then comes up like this, and I just have to put all my details in. Now, I think it would be a lot easier using a mobile application to do that, the Octave, but it won't take long to do it on here. So it's now connecting to the network. The setup wizard is complete. So it now comes up like this. So you've got a nice on-screen display. So I'm just going to select Radio 2. Then it's got on there radio or podcasts. Again, I'm going to turn it down so I don't get flagged that I'm using somebody else's music. Got a lovely little display. You can see the BBC logo. It says Internet Radio, BBC Radio 2. And then you've got the time as well in the top right. You've got your little Wi-Fi symbol so you can see it is connected to the internet. And when you turn the volume up and down, it does tell you what level you are on. So you've got the indicator on this side and then it'll go up and down by the numbers over there. So when you press your mode button on this, you can see it's got a really nice LCD screen, and that is where we can control what we want to do. So if I press it again, because it doesn't actually stay on very long. So I'm pressing it there. The first one is internet radio. We've then got podcasts, DAB radio, FM radio, auxiliary in, Spotify, equalizer, Deezer, Bluetooth, and the USB. So if we go to internet radio, click on that, you've got station list, recall presets, save presets, sleep, alarms, system settings. So there's lots you can do actually in that part of the menu. If I just select DAB radio, say absolute 80s just to get something on the screen. So that's playing, but quietly. If I press the I, you can then see it says absolute 80s pop music. It then says SDL, frequency, so signal strength, the bit rate, tells me the date and the time, and then we're back to the start. So we've got the 3 little lines just there, which is your menu, where you can recall a preset, save a preset, scan, manual tune. You've got your bell icon just there, which is for your alarms. And you've got your heart symbol just there, which is for your presets. So you've got 20 presets on there, as well as your 5 main ones along the top. But going back to this button here, I do like that it's got a podcast section. Podcasts are obviously very popular at the minute, and you can go in, you can select by genre, and just to name a few, we've got arts, cars, motoring, chat, children, kids, classical, comedy, and you can just select what you want, press the button in. It's really, really easy to navigate. Say we want cycling, then gives you a choice. We'll just go for the top one. Tour de France. And then that's playing from Radio 5 Live, which is one of their radio podcasts. And you can see on there all the information displayed. Now I think I've mentioned everything that these radios offer. Now on the back, what I didn't mention is that they have a QR code. So if you want full instructions, could only give you like a little leaflet inside the box. You can scan the QR code and get the full instructions, and that is on the back of each of these radios. The current pricing, we are the 1st of October 2025. The Uno is $129.99. The Classic and the Minis are $179.99. And the Max is $199.99. And like I said, they will be linked in the description of the video should you want to purchase one. Now I've really enjoyed doing this video and actually touching and feeling these products. These are something that, yes, you can buy online, but if you come into a shop and actually feel them and touch them, it sells it for itself. These are such a premium radio compared to a lot of radios that are on the market. So I suggest, if you can, try and support your local shop. And I'd always tell you to support a local Euronics store because we are a Euronics member. So let me know in the comments, who is your local Euronics store? Now, if there's something that I haven't covered in this video which you would like to know, please leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you want to watch another one of my videos, I'll leave a link just up there.